welcome to Spiritual Magic Journey. Today I wanted to talk with you guys about some signs of spiritual awakening. These are some of my experiences. I'm sure these are some that you're going through, or if you're wondering what they are, I'm going to give you a little short list. One of the signs could be creating a new belief system for yourself. So when you start waking up or starting, on the enlightenment, spiritual awakening, you're going to find out that a lot of things that were you thought were true are not true at all. So you may be throwing away your old beliefs, and you're going to start, probably, where I know you are, going to start a new belief system. When you start gaining more knowledge and learning the truth, you're going to realize that the things that you were told and you thought to be true are really not true. Another one for me, I don't know if any of you guys are experiencing this, but loud noises. I was getting to the point where I could not stand even the television on, like a normal person would listen to it. The loud noises I couldn't stand. The radio, I just didn't even play the radio in my truck. Just going somewhere, I didn't play the radio. You just get to the point where you cannot stand anything loud, and you don't want to be around anything loud. You don't want to be around people talking loud. You just didn't want to be around a whole lot of people, or in loud situations where there's a lot of people talking, creating loud noises, loud talking, all that kind of stuff. Another thing, when you start spiritually waking up, you'll start realizing your old negative habits. And let's say that you're gonna start realizing of how you used to think, like on the negative side of things. Instead of looking at the glass half empty, you're gonna start in your past, you may have looked at the glass half empty. Now you're going to start looking at the glass half full. You're going to start, thinking and remembering of how you're used to believe, your negative thought pattern. You're going to start moving away from that kind of thought pattern when you start spiritually waking up. Another one this is very true for me. There's a deep sadness, a compassion about suffering in the world. This is a very hard one for me. You are going to start having compassion for people, animals suffering in the world. For some, it's just hard to comprehend that there's so much suffering and why it's being allowed to go on in the world. You're going to want to start helping people. You're going to start wanting to help animals. You're going to want to do what you can to make this a better place, even though you know that these things, these negative things and this suffering is going on, but you're going to want to pitch in and do your part to, even if it's just helping one person, helping one animal, you're doing your part to make this place a better or safer environment for a person or an animal. So, and that comes in with them being highly sensitive. You're going to start picking up on people's emotions, like the suffering too. That goes back to the suffering and the compassion. People's energies. Or you're just going to just say you're out shopping in a grocery store or at the store, and you can tell when I know this was for me when I used to work at the casino. I could tell exactly when my employees were sick. I could just, the intuition was there. I could, when they were feeling down, you know, I could just pick up on it just like that. You'll be able to pick up people's the way they're feeling, their energy, whether they're sick or whether, you know, they're just sad. You'll be able to pick that up. So you're going to be highly sensitive once you start waking up. And another thing that you're going to be wanting to connect with your higher source self. Your higher source self only wants what's the best for you. So you're going to be really connecting, wanting to connect with your higher source self, wanting to connect with your every light being or interdimensional being that helps you in this dimension, or I call it this dimension, this plane, in this world, that is on your side, helping you raise your vibration, continue your spiritual awakening, and help you on your journey. And another thing is there may be an increase in coincidences and synchronicities in your life. For me, it's the numbers. I mean, I am always bombarded with numbers every day, so much so that I have started keeping a journal. Not only that, I can be talking about something specific, you know, one day, or be thinking about a movie or thinking about something, and then a day later, bam, you know, you get that deja vu feeling, you know, there it is. And I was just thinking about it, or I was just talking about that the other day. So those synchronicities are going to start lining up with you on your spiritual awakening. You just have to look for the signs. These signs are in a lot of people's faces every day. They don't even notice them. I'll give you an example. Last week I was eating in a restaurant, and I went up to pay my bill, and they had not the old-fashioned register where you do your numbers in, but the computer style. You know, it's hooked up like to the internet, I guess, the new kind of register. I don't know what kind it was, but it's more like a computer than a register that you would normally see. And when I looked down, it had the time on it, and the numbers were 333. Now the lady that was ringing me up and I was paying for my bill, she looked down too. She didn't notice it. She just went about her way, and I happened to mention it. I said, "Look, it's 333." And she said, "Oh, it is, ain't it?" See, people don't notice these little subtle signs and synchronicities that's happening every day. That's your higher source self. That's your angels, if you want to call them that, your guides, your helpers, reaching out to you. And you will start seeing those more and more and more. Another one is you're going to be more awareness and attention to the foods you eat. Now, this is a good one. You're going to get, for me, I cut out all the pork. all the barbecue, all the meat, all the beef. I cut out all the beef. I cut out all the chicken, all the poultry. I still eat some fish on some occasions. I'm not totally vegan, but that's my goal, is to get there. It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. When I started thinking about, I got to cut out all this meat products, it took me a few months. It was something in the back of my, that was in my mind rolling around, how am I going to do this? How am I going to, because I've ate meat all my life, and, I didn't know no other way to eat. You're going to start wanting to eat healthy, It's a conscious decision. You're waking up. Your belief system is going to change. So that's another sign right there that you're thinking about going vegan or vegetarian. And you want to start eating healthy, which has been like one of the best things that I have done for my health and, and losing weight. So you're going to become health conscious. There may be some change in your sleep patterns. For me, I can say this was with me too, on there may be on a different scale for you. For me, or for you, it could be like you're waking up at 3, or you wake up at 4 every morning, or you can't go to sleep to a certain time, or some kind of change in your sleep patterns is another sign that you're on a spiritual awakening. For me, I've always had trouble sleeping. I always say that I'm a nocturnal person, that I should be awake all night and sleep during the day, but I wish I could, but I have too much stuff to do during the day that I just can't do that. I would love to do that, but I can't. You'll be vibrating. This is another thing, on a higher level. You now understand your emotions' purpose to indicate you. Wait a minute. Am I going to have my glasses? Yeah, I'm going to have my glasses on this one. I can't read my own writing. When you start vibrating on a higher level, you're now understanding your emotions' purpose. It indicates which vibration you hold. A negative emotion is the indicator of a negative vibration. You have understood that living in fear and worry is the worst thing to do, as we create our own reality based on our thoughts, and we attract what we give our thoughts and power to. So that's another thing that's going back to realizing your old negative habits, and that thought process of if you're having these negative thoughts, then that's what you're going to be attracting, or negative emotions. That's the things that you're going to be attracting in your life. It finally registers in your mind, like, if I'm having these, what do I want to attract in my life? Then if I'm having these negative emotions, that's going to bring, attract negativity in my life. There may be more to this list, but this is just a small list. I've experienced every one of these. Some of you may be experiencing these now, or going through them now, or about to go through them now, and there may be more. I love to hear your other experiences, but it'll start clicking with you. The signs, the synchronicities, your belief system, changing the way you think, changing your thought pattern, and this here is going to create more, I guarantee you, more abundance, more happiness, more joy in your life when you start to see the beauty in this world. You're going to actually be looking at this world differently once you start spiritually awakening. There is beauty here in the Matrix. There is. Mother Earth is a beautiful thing, and I give thanks to her every day. So I don't know what your experiences are. I love to hear them down in the comments below. I hope this has helped you some. I want to thank everyone out there for liking and subscribing to my new YouTube channel. I love all you guys. I promise there is more to come. Just hang in there with me on a deeper level. But right now, I just want to say I hope this helps you on your journey through life. Blessings, my friend.